The fall of Alexandria, prelude to tragedy. The year 30 BC dawned over Egypt with tension as thick as the Nile's morning mist. The great city of Alexandria, with its dazzling libraries, towering lighthouse, and bustling ports, stood on the precipice of fate. The forces of Octavian, the future Augustus, advanced relentlessly after their decisive victory at Actium in 31 BC. Where the naval might of Mark Antony and Cleopatra was shattered. The once mighty lovers now faced their endgame, encircled by Rome's legions and the specter of defeat. Antony's last stand. The streets of Alexandria whispered of betrayal and shifting loyalties. Antony, the fierce Roman general whose loyalty had split between Rome and his love for Cleopatra, made a final attempt to defend his beloved city. Rallying his diminished troops, he fought with the remnants of the resolve that had once made him a formidable force in the Roman world. But the tide of destiny had turned irrevocably against him. The pact of love and despair. Cleopatra's calculations. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, was as strategic as she was enchanting. With Octavian's forces breaching Alexandria, she made attempts to negotiate, seeking to preserve her throne and legacy. Stories say that she even tried to charm Octavian with her fabled beauty and wit. Yet, Octavian, resolute in his ambition, saw no need for the complications of alliances. He sought complete conquest and the solidification of his power in Rome. Antony's tragic realization. Rumors reached Antony that Cleopatra had died, a report possibly concocted by Cleopatra herself to test his reaction. In anguish, he fell upon his sword, intending to join her in death. Yet, death did not come swiftly. When news arrived that Cleopatra was, in fact, alive, he was carried to her, dying in her arms as the sun set over their kingdom. Cleopatra's final act. The queen and the asp. Octavian captured Cleopatra but intended to parade her in his triumph in Rome, a fate she would not abide. Determined to control the narrative of her life and death, Cleopatra prepared for her final act. Dressed in regal attire befitting a goddess queen, she allowed a small venomous asp, concealed in a basket of figs, to bite her. The poison worked quickly, ensuring her death was dignified and defiant, denying Octavian the spectacle he craved. The symbolism of her death. Cleopatra's suicide was more than an end, it was a statement. It symbolized the fall of Egypt as an independent power and marked the extinction of the Ptolemaic dynasty, which had ruled since the era of Alexander the Great. Rome's victory was total, but Cleopatra's act of defiance resonated through history as a testament to sovereignty and tragic romance. Egypt as a Roman province. The transition of power. With Cleopatra's death, Octavian moved swiftly to incorporate Egypt into the Roman Empire. The fertile lands along the Nile, once the heart of an ancient and proud civilization, became the personal property of the emperor. This strategic acquisition bolstered Rome's grain supply, securing food for the populace and consolidating Octavian's control. Rome's new jewel. The Roman legions paraded triumphantly through the streets of Alexandria, signaling the city's shift from the center of a vast and storied empire to a province under Roman administration. The wealth of Egypt flooded into Rome, financing Octavian's future projects and cementing his transformation from a military commander to a ruler with divine right. The aftermath and legacy. Octavian's rise to Augustus. The conquest of Egypt catapulted Octavian to unmatched heights. No longer was he merely the heir of Julius Caesar or the victor at Actium, he was now the master of the Mediterranean world. Within a few years, the Senate would bestow upon him the title of Augustus, heralding the dawn of the Roman Empire and the era of Pax Romana. The cultural echo. Antony and Cleopatra's tale endured, immortalized in the works of poets, playwrights, and historians. Their story became a symbol of love, power, and the inevitable fall that accompanies hubris and passion.